Hi, welcome to my channel True Divine 44. I'm Jennifer Roberts. This is my new channel that I'll be building up with monthly tarot readings and some other just knowings, things that I think people might find interesting or helpful. Just get this sage going. So, sorry. I also said I would be doing different formats just to see what people liked, what people needed, what I would enjoy doing. And I've been led to just do a few videos, not regarding relationships in general, but in their entirety, the relations we have with people around us, friends, family, lovers, marriages, hopefully in love marriages, separations, just to do it sign by sign, see which signs have certain energies around them that they might be encountering, or energies within them that they might do best to work through or enhance. So just see what resonates, leave the rest. That's all you can do, really. So I hope you enjoy. This one is for Scorpio. Oh, bit all over the place, Scorpio. So if you hear noises in the background, it's my children, nothing I can do. But I've also got a rabbit, a baby rabbit, who's adorable, but he's deciding to be very noisy. So just there's nothing bad happening in the background if you hear those noises. So for Scorpio, what kind of relations, energies around relations have been going on in the past? What kind of energies for Scorpio for the past? What kind of energies for Scorpio in the past? Tower. So sudden abrupt changes in the relations around you, Scorpio. Sudden changes in the way that you have been feeling, unavoidable changes, somehow forced reactions to things that have cropped up in the past, leaving you up to this present moment. But as far as you go, relation-wise, it's left you in a much more powerful position. So we have the need for rest and recuperation on the bottom of the deck with the Four of Swords. So often when we have such big changes, such big revelations, it's particularly around relations with people, the emotions that are attached to those relationships. Especially when we have like the Tower, you know, that big inevitable point of no return. Something's going to change and something's going to transform in large scale. And so there is often the need to take time out to reflect and plan, set your pace, plan your next steps, maybe work through any feelings that this Tower moment dredged up for you. Any inner work that needs to be done, or any healing that needs to be done. There's been a removal of a certain energy in your life, a separation. It's a very impactful card, but impact for the better for you, seemingly, Scorpio, if this resonates with you, and I hope it does if this is what you've been through, this Tower moment, because the lineup coming after that is for the present moment you have the King of Cups, and for the future card you have the World. So we have the King of Cups, you know, so whatever's happened regarding this impactful high voltage Tower moment that has removed an energy from your life, removed a person or a group of people from your life. It's done you good. It's been that blessing in disguise, which is the Tower often is, that blessing in disguise, because something that was a struggle for you, and maybe you didn't realize quite how much of a struggle it was for you until this Tower moment arised. You've now come out with the King of Cups. He's discerning. He's got a hold of his emotions. His emotions haven't got a hold of him. He's in control. He's emotionally intelligent, and he can pace himself. He knows when to express emotions, he knows when to express passions, and he knows when to hold them back. He knows the rule of reciprocity. He knows that in every good relationship there's balance, especially through emotional exchange. You know, in his upright position, he is a stand-up energy. Whether you're male or female, is a stand-up energy. He's that divine masculine who is very strong, but he's emotionally strong. He's not afraid to look at his emotions and look at other people's emotions and be discerning about them. He's not afraid to delve deep within and figure out why he's feeling the way he's feeling, how he could feel differently, and so there's a real emotional intelligence there, and a balanced, with the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, a serene energy after this huge, thunderous, lightning bolt impact, this removal of energies around you, relationships around you. It's absolutely been that blessing in disguise, because with the Four of Swords, this the meditative card, taking time out to recuperate, to reflect, as well as this King of Cups. There's a very there's a serenity about it. There's a peace about it. There really is very quickly the realization of this Tower card being a real blessing in disguise. It hasn't taken you long at all to find that balance in that situation. And then with the Future card, you have the World. And this seems like a really simplistic reading when it's obviously been a very, very big impact in your life, a very big change in your life. But the World representing the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new, the dying down of any weeds in your life that may have been symbolic of relations that just weren't going well, that just weren't for your greatest good, and making the space and time for new buds, of new relations, new people around you, a new cycle in your life, and from an exalted position with the King of Cups and the World card, you know, you're looking from a higher perspective, from a serene perspective, a higher perspective. You've got an upper hand in this cycle. There's from where you were previous to this Tower card hitting in the recent past, to where you are in the present now, to then this World card coming in the near future. There's you're in a strategic higher position, and it looks good for a future. You're poised for a good decisions in the future, good relations to come in, to be discerning about new relations coming in. Let's clarify with this deck here. A second. So let's clarify the Tower card for Scorpio. Let's clarify the Tower card for Scorpio. Yeah, that Tower card, before that Tower hit, there was so much confusion, so much illusion regarding certain relations in your life, certain relationships. You know, in particular, one or two people, very selfish, a bit devious, you know, not for your greatest good at all. It was causing a leak in your system, where this King of Cups has absolute, he's got that sealed circuit of his own emotions. He's in dominion of his own emotions, in control of his own emotions. He doesn't let other people's emotions affect his emotions. Where you are in this present moment in the King of Cups to where you were just previous to this Tower card hitting in the recent past, there was confusion there, there was emptiness there was a leak in your system. You were always having to work harder to try and just make things tick by, to try and just make things be even amicable at times. which is no good at all. What else? What else for the Tower cards? Yeah, so you might be dealing with people a person, if this resonates with you, that's maybe had an affair, that you've poured a lot of passions into, that you had maybe a lot of dreams, you know, painting castles in the sky with, you know, plans, but they were your plans. The other person wasn't really looking to those plans. You know, very much so. Affairs are cropping up in my mind, which can be very traumatic. But it seems like Scorpio, instead of dwelling on the fact of this Tower moment, of maybe finding out about things like affairs, betrayal, deviousness, you haven't been dwelling on that. You haven't at all. You've realized that you feel that release. Your shoulders feel less heavy, and actually you're looking at it from a very discerning position now, that strategic upper hand position of, yeah, well, now I feel free and clear to do what I need to do, to go where I need to go, and put my passions and emotions in relations that are going to work for me, and with me, and have that reciprocity about them. Yeah. So with that King of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and it's the you're moving. It's that cycle. You realize that this isn't the end; it's a beginning. And with every end, you can make a new beginning, and this is your new beginning. And actually, you're in a very advantageous position for this new beginning regarding relations in your life, and regarding relationship with self also. It's been a real learning curve, but you've come out with your own A stars, so to speak, in that you've proved to yourself that you aren't relying on anyone else's approval or energy for your well-being, for your feeling of self. You're not relying on that at all. You're confident. You haven't allowed what affairs can do to many people. You haven't allowed that to label you, or to limit you, or to make you feel insecure. You've gone the opposite way, Scorpio, and you know, in your element, you're very good at that. You're very good at seeing things for what they are, for you know, the facts, but also having that emotional intelligence to know when to remove yourself, to know when this is no good, this isn't doing anyone any good. You know, attracting new relations, maybe looking into delving into work for a little while, just in this transition phase of getting over this past relationship. Yeah. There's lovely people around you, Scorpio, and if they're not already around you, there's lovely people coming in that are going to reflect you're oozing out that balance, that discernment, that serenity, and you're attracting that back in. You've learned from past mistakes, and it's as if you've got another tool in your tool belt to be able to discern what people are about, to be able to see through certain energies for the good and the bad, and that makes you feel more confident in judging future relations with other people and letting other people into your world. You truly do feel right now that you have a world, and you are the world, you are your world, and you have this world that you can build whichever way you want. You can attract in the kind of people you want to attract in, the kind of relationships you want to, the kind of work relations you want, the kind of family relations that you want. This is your world, and you're planning the grounds, you're landscaping right now. Goodness. Let's clarify the world card for Scorpio. Goodness me, Scorpio, you're off the chain. Eight of Cups, yeah. You're moving, you're transitioning. This is a process, but you're not, you're just very serene, very calm. You're not rushing this process. You're not despondent. This Tower, which is an amazing thing to have in quite a small reading, to have a Tower moment, the King of Cups, and then the World card, and all of these clarifying cards to say that, yeah, that happened. It wasn't very nice, but you know that it is what it is. I'm going to process this for me. I'm going to see what I need to do about this, what holes I need to plug in self to stop those leaks, and I'm ploughing the land. I'm planning my world, my little circle of friends, my circle of relations. I'm transitioning into something new, and there is you know, through that transition in this future card, there is that lust card. You know, there is those passions coming in. But I don't think you're ready to be tying down into any relationship right now, Scorpio. If this resonates with you, you're ready to have some fun, you're ready to experiment, and you're ready to expand self before you do anything else with anyone else. You've got a real balance going on, you've got a real discernment going on, and it's nice, it's nice. And of course, you're reflecting that Four of Swords card on the bottom of the first deck. You're taking that time. You're taking that time to rest, because when we don't take that time to rest, that's when we jump straight back into the same situations that we've just come from. You know, we just repeat that cycle over and over until we get it that, okay, we need to take some time out to think about this, to plan this, to balance this out, to plug any holes, stop any leaks. Yeah, you're ready, Maiden of Wands. You're ready to have fun, new passions, you know, connect with yourself again, have some real passion and lust for self again, make yourself feel good, have a good pamper, and get that balance right again, Scorpio. So it's a great reading to go from the Tower card to this in such a short space of time, and to be so discerning in the midst of all of it is an amazing feat. So well done, you. Suckers to anybody who's done that to you, because they've lost a good one, but you've gained more of self, so everyone's a winner. So if you would like any private readings with me, all of my details are in the drop box below. I'd appreciate any help getting me out there and just getting used to this, being out there on YouTube and Facebook and whatnot. So I'd appreciate any help, and I hope you keep calling back, see what I'm all about. Subscribe, like if you want to. Much wholeness, much balance, and much love, Scorpio.